With excitement building up for Black Widow due to the new commercial that was just released, many fans are excited to finally see the origins of Black Widow. Fellow watchers, many theories are going to come from this, and I have a theory based on events from the comics that may eventually show up explaining why Black Widow or Natasha Romanoff is such an effective spy. We might finally get the revelation that she is also a super soldier. While this was kind of hinted in Avengers Age of Ultron, when she received visions of her past in the Red Room, it ends with her about to enter a medical procedure. While we do know that this ends up leaving her barren, we're not sure exactly what goes on, so it's likely that we will finally receive answers on July 9th. But what evidence is there that she possibly received a Russian version of the super soldier serum? And who knows, there may be some tie into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, especially because it seems in the MCU all super soldier serums derive from Dr. Erskine's original formula. This theory comes from 2005's Black Widow comic. And since Natasha is finally getting her own story in the MCU, it seems like a comic that they would have pulled some of the stories from. Throughout the years, Black Widow has always been a formidable hero and villain at times. She is exceptionally strong, has extremely quick reflexes, and is a brilliant tactician and spy. And in this 2005 comic, it was revealed that on top of her training, a big reason for this was because all Black Widows received some form of the super soldier serum. While searching for the killer of one of her Black Widows as they were hunted down and killed by Red Room assassins, she finds the Red Room mother, Ludmilla Kudrin, an old lady who helped create the Black Widows in the Red Room. When Natasha finds her and asks her about certain pills she found in her now dead compatriot's possession, Ludmilla reveals that they suppressed the powers that the super soldier serum gave them. She explains to Black Widow, "We rewired you all biochemically, gave you ramped up immune and cell repair systems. All Black Widows have it. Your wounds heal 4, maybe 5 times as fast as a normal human's would. You hardly get sick, you don't age as fast, your hair doesn't fall out, your skin can take the wind and sun without," to which Natasha cuts her off. This basically made them effective, unfeeling warriors that would live so much longer and their usefulness would be utilized for such a long time. But the real reason she was there was revealed. That on top of all of the things that the serum does to improve the body, it made it so that all the Black Widows were effectively barren, causing miscarriages as they wanted warriors and not mothers. This was revealed as the reason her fellow Black Widow was taking the suppressants so that she could have a child, but it also made her ineffective when fighting the assassins, leading to her death. But ultimately, Black Widow learned that she and her fellow Black Widows all received a super soldier serum, but also that they were barren, and Black Widow was not terribly happy about that. This does have some similar connections to the comics because we know that Black Widow can't have children due to the events of Age of Ultron. While in this case she did seem to know that that would have been the case if she became a Black Widow, she clearly wasn't very happy about it since she did try to fail her tests. So perhaps there could be a tie-in here that she did receive the super soldier serum and that is the reason why she is barren. In Age of Ultron, in the flashback vision, we get to see her along with the other girls who trained to become Black Widows in the Red Room. And it ends with her about to enter the ceremony, which seems to be some sort of medical procedure that is never revealed. And since not much else is known about what happened during this procedure, only knowing that she is now unable to have children, perhaps she was given a Russian version of the super soldier serum. And it may come to light that all Black Widows and every member of the Red Room receives some form of this. For example, it may come to light that Alexei Shostakov or Red Guardian received some form of the super soldier serum, even though he didn't receive it in the comics and was just a very skilled athlete. But the other person that may have received some form of the serum is Taskmaster, who in the MCU appears to be a Red Room commander and assassin. His ability to match the fighting skills of those he faces may come from the super soldier serum, which might have been given to whoever it may be so he could hunt down Natasha Romanoff. As for Natasha herself, there is quite a bit of evidence that she could be a super soldier in the MCU. One of the biggest things to point out that she has superior strength, reflexes, and fighting ability that surpasses many normal people. And she demonstrates it multiple times in the MCU. She surpasses many normal humans in fighting skill, quickly and easily gaining the upper hand. And does so frequently, especially against her fellow agent, Hawkeye, who she actually bests on multiple occasions. But on top of that, she also held her own fairly well against the Winter Soldier, dodging his attacks and even getting a hold of him at one point. But even on top of this, she holds her own against the Chitauri and even Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive, proving her superior fighting ability against those whose strength surpasses many, many humans. But even more so on top of this, she is a brilliant tactician and just all-around highly intelligent individual. While she could have been before, the super soldier serum would only have increased this so much more. She outsmarted the Winter Soldier on multiple occasions during their fight. She knew how to work the battlefield and manipulate her enemy, as we saw in the first Avengers, as she tricked into capturing her so they would give her all the information that she needed. On top of all of this, she even claimed to study quantum physics so she could make conversation. And then on top of all of this, in general, she was a fantastic spy, liar, and actor, able to effectively do her job because she actually was significantly smarter than those she faced. And then, along with each of these powers, she also seemed to have a high tolerance for pain and damage. Facing off against many of the same threats her superpowered and enhanced allies faced, while appearing to take little to no damage. So perhaps she did receive some super soldier serum and was able to endure many of the brute force attacks. But just like other super soldiers, bullets seemed to be the weakness. However, she did seem to recover fairly quickly after being shot by the Winter Soldier, as well as not having terribly lasting damage from the previous shot that left her scarred after defending a Russian scientist. So it seems that she may have some sort of healing factor, possibly brought on again by the serum. It seems to me that there is a lot of evidence that points to Natasha being a super soldier, and perhaps she just doesn't want anyone to know, as she isn't very happy that it did take away her ability to have children. And since it takes place after both Avengers Age of Ultron and Captain America Civil War, this story will likely be about her coming to terms with not only what happened at the end of Civil War, as she did end up betraying Iron Man, realizing that she needed to find what she stood for in the world, she is also finally getting the closure that she deserves after the vision of the Red Room in Age of Ultron. I hope to see that she is a super soldier, and that one other person in the MCU that received the serum ended up being a hero rather than a villain, because the MCU right now needs a lot more heroes than they do need villains. What are your thoughts on this theory? Do you think that Black Widow in the MCU is a super soldier? And would you like to see this possibly revealed in her movie? Fellow watchers, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tell us your thoughts in the comments below, and then like this video and subscribe to the Marvelous Wave to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.